So during Scourge.
Yes, I was right beforehand, but you see,
Oh.
my shield, the personal little care that I was able to create, worked. I forgot something very crucial, though. Food.
Oops.
Yes. Well, it
Is one
happens.
way to go, I suppose.
It happened suddenly, and I kind of was entranced in learning about some lore and figuring this is all the time I need to study and write my memoirs and maybe finish that painting over there. And you see like a painting where it's like an eighth of it is done. Just the corners start painted on.
That's been bugging him for a while.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, if one of you could toss it in the fire for me, please.
I'm sure you could probably Bob Ross this stuff really quick, you know.
Needs
Was
more
that elf
happy
still
little
around?
bushes.
Yes.
I believe yes. I believe. So I've heard the tales that although I believe he's not using that name anymore at this time. He has changed his name a bit. But oh yes, I believe he is still around.
Well, it's not like I can pick up a brush unless you allow me to possess you. He looks at Grigori.
Grigori appears to be actually considering it.
Oh wow, that went better than I expected. Maybe this book on how to convince people with friendly banter actually worked.
I have found that it does make a difference. Yes.
First time for many experiences, I suppose.
But yes, during my life I focused on many of the magical arts and studied many things. Then when death came, I became interested in the other side of it. Now,
New perspective on existence.
if Fayen sent you here, that means something bigger. Because usually she sends most people to reasonable trainers, usually ones within the guild, ones within the area. Now, what makes you three special that you are now having to seek out people?
We have run into entity that we are trying to help foil.
Did he
I wonder
call
who
himself
is
a
this
king?
master? Yes, who is this orc's master that you have such distaste for?
Oh, I'm imagining it's the same person that you're thinking. Blowhard.
This is why I asked.
A blowhard from the other side, a horror called Xanthian?
Cynthian?
Xanthian. Oh, there's so many names he goes by.
Yes.
I called him Cuddlefuck at one point, just to mess with him.
I'm sure he liked that.
Oh, he tried to just blow a massive hole in the shield. It didn't work. But yes.
So we have come across one of items used to help oppose him, and we will be looking for others.
Can I see?
So she said
item?
that she wanted us to have special trainers for this.
Yes, that would make sense. I'm guessing this item made it so he talked to you, yes?
Evidently, yes. We have lovely hats for sleeping now, though.
He's like, can I see said hats, please? Or
I'll show my tinfoil hat that I made.
he's in there looking like, well,
Seems to help.
that would work, but it's very temporary. You must remember every month or so you have to reset the strings. I mean, you could, of course, get a tattoo of this done. It costs a lot, but you'd be forever safe. Unless someone was to burn off or cut off that tattoo, then, well, that's...
Cost a lot. Well, what can I not do myself?
Do you know how to do tattoo? And can you sit there and focus on very intricate design on self?
I see your point.
I mean, if you put it on your leg, it has to just be on your body, so you could potentially do it on your leg if you don't mind.
I just asked. Sounded a bit like blood charm of sorts, which is a part of our discipline.
In a sense, it is. Because there's going to be a lot of blood with the way you have to do this tattoo. It has to go deep.
So, in an out of character way, How much blood magic damage would that tattoo be?
It would do about just 1 point. Because it's one of those things, the blood is a part of this whole process.
Still a lot
Yeah.
more blood involved than a regular tattoo, though, yeah.
Exactly.
That sounds like a good deal, though, actually. I would like that. Well,
I can imagine all three of you would like
permanent
that.
damage so that I don't have to worry about this guy bothering us anymore, ever. Yeah.
That's
It's a good deal.
Yeah.
Considering my armor cost 4, yeah. I'm gonna get my armor works against everything, not just one entity. But still.
He's in there.
Yeah.
Yes. You there, boy. Kaja, he's pointing at you. Look for a book that says ink arts and the pain. Those should explain it if you could.
Is that
He
one
called
book or
you
two?
boy.
Just gonna nod, turn around, and I'm just gonna make the face that you make when someone's an asshole, but you know they could beat the shit out of you if you tried anything. So you just go and do what they asked.
That is a very specific emotion, yes.
It's like this son of a. If it wasn't for the fact he could obliterate me, just.
It's one of
Probably
those
with a
days.
single touch or glare.
It's one of those days. Just take a deep breath. Just go.
But yes, he's.
You don't even know. He's been weaving threads for the past 10 rounds in preparation just in case you piss him off.
And all attacking your soul.
Oh, yeah.
But no, okay. So he sits there and he like gestures. But can I see the said item that woke him to you? Or?
Oh, yeah. I'll show him the pendant.
Interesting. Yes. The
It's
ebony
found
ones,
in
wasn't it?
a layer of horror constructs, so I guess it's fitting.
Yes. This belonged to one of the ebony ones, did it not?
Is what we have been told, yes.
Ah, yes. That was interesting. Ah. Rex-Ray, you crazy bastard, you.
Do you know a man named Narnus?
He was one of the ebony ones, yes.
He's one who got us away from Zynthian and told us these things. He's like you now.
Wait, he died and is a spirit over there?
Yes. Or is trapped in dream realm or something of sort.
Huh. I see, I have a hypothesis about that side that things don't age, but if he died, then that means his spirit's stuck there, so...
I cannot be sure if he was spirit or just living man stuck there.
That would be hard to tell. That is a weird realm. But do you know
I mean, out of technically, I suppose Grigori would know, but I just don't remember.
He was a man. He was a real man there. He was a man
Okay.
who was stuck there. But yes,
I'm thinking he was living, but many things have happened over past weeks.
but he starts in there. He looks at it. It's like, did they ever tell you what actually powers the Twilight relics?
Did they?
No, I don't believe
mentioned
so.
It was supposed to be draining from where the horrors exist, the realm. But he sits there, like, okay, so a quick refresher on that. But he's like, actually, what happened? We trapped horrors. You see in here, that's how we were able to get the power from the realm. There's a horror in here. Hello, how are you?
Inside the pendant?
Yes, it's fine. It's mostly just the essence of a horror. It's not actually the horror itself. Very
We
difficult.
have to make sure pendant does not break then.
Yeah, that'd be good because there used to be more things for the ebony ones. Let's say, hourglass is not a good way to hold them. That's how we ended up having to fight one of our friends. Yeah, that was fun. But yes. So be protective of that, but it is a useful item. Just, try not to use it around any horrors.
Well, that would explain why it would act as a beacon of sorts to other horrors, I guess.
Yes.
Is when I tried I tried to weave thread to item, and that night was when we had Cynthian dream. First time.
Interesting. I think that still perplexes me is why, if you have one of the items, why he would contact the others. Why he would start making deals.
He tell us that apparently he knew us all in previous life. Previous incarnations of us had made deal with him. But I guess those people died and reincarnated to us, and now we reject his whatever he want.
You just kind of see him go quiet, and it's like, said you were reincarnation.
Yes. I did not know reincarnation was thing previously.
It is very rare.
Maybe it doesn't work anymore now that death is trapped.
It's a very rare thing to happen. It usually means there's some sort of event that they must write, or some destiny they feel they have to complete, or a cookie recipe they just can't get off their mind, or
maybe it was part of the deal they made. I do not know.
Possibly.
I don't know what deal was other than doing something to let them back into realm, which sounded like terrible idea to Grigori.
Yeah, he would talk. I'm guessing he would talk about just staying to his own kingdom, but that's not really true. Yeah. But yes.
So you said cookies.
I have cookies somewhere. I couldn't find them before I died, but you're free to look for them.
I'm not sure if they're still going to be fresh.
If they're not,
it's only 500 or 600 years old. It's still good.
Yeah, just as long as you keep a slice of bread in the cookie tin, everything should be just fine.
Essentially, he's like, yes, there may be a recipe I have around here from the house Nestle.
Ooh, interesting.
But
yes, that's an elf. There's also the elven tribe too.
Yeah, but theirs is cheap.
Keebler. Yes. We don't like to really talk about them very much because they're kind of the runts of the family, so to speak.
Also,
or species.
Also, who makes a cookie shaped like yourself for others to eat?
Exactly. See, that's either
cannibal,
some sort of, it's a cannibal or some sort of weird.
Actually, that's not cannibalism. That's vor fetish, is what that is.
But yes, so he says, yes, you're able to stay here for the night. I can help train you, get you started on your training if you would like tonight, or if you want to, we can start tomorrow.
It's a wonderful idea. Is perhaps know a few new spells as well.
Oh, my boy, I know plenty of spells. As he kind of waves his hand, you see like things light up, some books, and it's like, there's plenty I have read over the years.
And they're not the only things lighting up right now, as Gregorius like.
Oh, well, Kaja, I don't even know if he's looking for the books about the tattoos and stuff.
Gregorius has the same sort of look in his eyes that Kaja gets at a weapon store.
I'm just still looking for the books.
You can do a perception check to see if you can find them quicker.
Yeah, yes.
I don't know who Sun Tzu is, but he has a good art of war, apparently.
Oh, hey, Vay.
It takes you until pretty much right before you pass out for sleep to find them.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
It's about that time that
I kept you busy.
Yeah, it's like, okay, so you're busy with that. I'm guessing Wyland is sitting there just reading through like the weird instruments.
Oh yeah, if it's not the instruments, if he's not, like trying the instruments, then he's looking through some of the history and legends books, and he's like taking notes on various stories and things, and making notes for future use and reference.
All right.
See how many of those instruments might work with a very tiny pair of bellows.
You find a book saying the complete work of Kansas, and then quickly toss that aside. All right.
Yeah, we'll.
Who are
Well,
the Backstreet Boys?
We need to burn that
actually the book about Kansas. I'll just throw that in the fire and let it become dust in the wind.
Nice.
And then this wayward son will carry on and look at other books.
Okay, so
Well played. Well played.
yes, you're doing that, and Grigori, I'm assuming you want to start your training quickly. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking forward to it.
All right. Well, you start. He starts like teaching you about some of the basics that he learned and about the next level, and helping you understand how the next level threading of spells would work. Like what spells did you pen to learn?
Oh well, some of them are. I'm basing them off of the fourth edition spell list since we're
Gonna switch to that. Yeah.
going to be switching to that relatively soonish, maybe. But actually, there's one nice thing I saw that's actually two spells that are closely related to each other.
Yeah.
They're like it's the first time I've seen this. Actually, it actually specifies that both spells can be stored in the same spell matrix, which makes me think that it's basically like they're both technically the same spell but cast in slightly different ways. Maybe they're called. Oh, I'm looking for it while I'm talking. Come on. Okay, here we go. Okay, one of them is called Summon Fog Ghost, and the other one is called Aspect of the Fog Ghost. So basically, summoning a maleficent spirit and then either coalescing some water from the air into a fog that it can inhabit like a body for a short time to help us fight, or basically having it enhance, I think, a weapon.
Okay.
You know, like I would bind the spirit temporarily to an ally to make their melee attacks stronger for a little while. So I'm either letting the spirit guide a friend or giving the spirit a body to lash out with. So those are two spells I was looking to get. There's also, actually, I've already got Chilling Circle. Shadow's Whisper is also a good spell, which is a spell that allows me to whisper to any target that is near a shadow, which is basically anybody, because a person's own shadow counts. So as long as, hell, even if they're in complete darkness, they're surrounded by shadows. So basically I can whisper a message to anybody at range, kind of like a DMT spell that does something similar, and I can't remember the name of it.
All right. Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Well, let's say
maybe
you
some
start
first
with
circle stuff as well.
Let's say you start with the fog one, because that seems like an interesting storytelling thing.
Yeah.
So as you sit there, he says, like, first, before you have to meet the fog ghost. And the other two also see this happen, of just like wind rushing up and this really pissed off looking thing made of fog kind of just hunched over there, floating, looking like he really does not want to be there. Like the face you make when family members call you away from you're about ready to sit there, you're one step away from taking a drink that you really wanted, and it's like, oh, fuck. I have to put it down and walk into the room.
Yeah.
Just like, not like I'm gonna destroy you, just like, what?
This shit again.
You know, it occurs to me that this lesson could probably mix well with the lesson on how to cast a spell soul armor. Anyways, yeah, there's a few other spells I haven't fully planned out my whole wish list kind of thing, but the fog ghost stuff was one of the first ones I wanted to get.
Yes, well, we're getting that one now. Just is like, this is Tajo. He's my friend, even though he doesn't want to be. And he just starts going to explaining about like the basics of summoning it, and like this is what they must look like. And the first time you summon it may not look proper if you fuck it up. The first time he tried summoning, all he got was a pair of foggy fists that tried to punch him.
These things happen.
But yes, so it continues onward like that for the night. So you're essentially learning the first part of this whole summoning the ghost.
I'm also going to be learning a third spell matrix and Steel Thought talent with this level once the training's all complete.
All right.
Which is Steel Thought is basically just avoid blow, but for spells. So it allows me to basically harden my will to resist a spell being thrown at me.
Yeah, so how long does it usually take to train for the second level stuff?
Let me grab that for you.
Yes.
I think it's a week. But
I want to say it's a week as well.
Okay.
I think it's 40 hours total worth of training over a certain time period, but let me be more specific. Page 452.
You ain't sleeping for 2 days just to learn it.
Hold on. Okay, that's the requirements for it, but where's the actual training?
Yeah, I want to say it's like 241.
Here it is. Okay, yeah, I was right about the 40 hours.
Okay.
It's 40 hours within a 3-week period, so if I wanted to space it out more, I would have to complete it within 3 weeks, but obviously I'm going to just immerse myself in it, so we can probably knock this out in 3 or 4 days.
All right. Yeah.
Well, 4 days, because 3 days would be 48 hours, and I need to sleep sometime.
3 days would be 72 hours, so you could just take 2 days.
Oh, no, wait, yeah, you're right. You're right, sorry. 48 hours is 2 days, duh.
I was going to say, you could just go and like very little sleep and just try and do this while taking notes.
Well, typically one would have 16 hours awake per day, so at the end of day 3, that would be... Yeah, we could knock this out in 3 days, and then on day 4 we could leave.
Yep. So, pretty much, if you have to convince these other two, if they're not willing to, stay for 3 days there. Actually,
Yeah, as long as I can find a supply of blank parchment and some little extra ink, I am fine with however long he wants to stay here, because I'm gonna be taking notes.
Yeah.
Okay. What about Kaja?
Kaja will probably hate it, but I guess that'll be his problem.
Kaja, you can voice your complaints if you want.
I'm gonna try to figure out where the hell the roaches are getting super powered, or the termites are getting super powered from. Like, I figure it's just everything around here, but if there's like a source, I can tell the guy to, hey, stop that, please, or kill them all, please. They're killing people. They might kill people.
I'm just imagining you two are stuck in there writing stuff down, purposely looking around, and he's just wandering around the ruins like a kid going, fuck off, with a big stick on bugs.
Sorry, this is too funny. I was looking back to the spell list again, and I found there's a 7th circle spell called Aspect of the Casual or Murderer. That sounds festive.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. But you go around, you look, Kaja, you can spend the 3 days doing that. Perception check. And you can throw a karma in there if you want. This will be pretty much for how long it takes you over 3 days to see if there's any source.
All right, how do I do the karma thing? Should do that.
The button that says skill, I believe.
Skill and talent both have it.
Oh, right.
Yes.
Sorry, ignore that one.
It's like the last step.
Yeah, talent, I believe, should be. It'll ask you for that.
You should use the talent button if you're using an actual talent. Yeah.
Talent.
I guess it doesn't matter either way, though. By the way, how many spells can I learn while I'm here? Or will he teach me, I should say?
I'll say...
Oh, Lord.
So an 8. All right, give me a second. I think he's willing to teach you as many as you can learn, but What?
Okay, well, I'll
Dual
put together
will.
a wish list then, and then you can tell me how many of them I can get.
Yeah, I was gonna say actually roll a will, like a will
Okay.
check, and that's like how many you can.
7.
Fuck. All right, yeah, that's how many you can take in. Like you can have a laundry list of this, but that's how many during that time you're able to force into your memory.
Hey, that I didn't even roll high. That was an average roll because it was a step 7 roll.
Yeah. All right,
Okay.
so you're able to do that, and on.
I'll do that while you're talking with Kaja about stuff.
Yes. And yeah, Kaja, he goes out wandering, looking about, and before he goes, the Fenray just tells him, "Here, yes, there's this little bead over here. Please put the pendant on. It allows you to enter and exit. I don't want to have to sit there and deal with that the entire time."
Thank you. Thank you. And I just put it in my pocket.
And please do not die. I really don't need more guests around here.
You don't happen to know what's making all of the bugs giant, do you?
It could be a number of things. It could be magic.
Well, yes.
It could be runoff from various cows and pigs mixing together. That becomes very, very nauseous and I always attributed that it's toxic and potentially could mutate things.
Right. Any idea where any of that is?
Not really. I don't venture out from here that much.
All right. Well, thank you.
All right. And you're pretty much spend the next 3 days search around. Give me a D10 roll. Just like roll a D10 for me.
Ah.
Okay. All right. Over the next 3 days, you just wipe out about 8 of these things as you're going around because they're the ones that decided to step to you.
Cool.
And you just being annoyed of like stupid goddamn bugs in it. But you don't really. You notice that there's no really epicenter of them, from what you can tell. There's just randomly around about there, and as you can tell, your lack of knowledge in the magical arts and natural arts, even you know how to hit things. You don't know much about bugs or magic. Leads you to still no fucking clue, but they're annoying.
I want to take all of the corpses and I want to start like leaving the bits around the area that the force field is,
Okay.
because it might keep the normal ones away so they don't get bigger. And he's dead. He's not going to smell it.
All right, you do that, and over the 3 days you just drag back the corpses and everything. In fact, with that's not too bad of a roll. If you ever encounter giant termites again, you get a step up whenever you're attacking them.
Yeah.
Nice.
And watch me never throw giant termites at you again.
I'll remember this.
It's like every bad RPG thing. Oh, now you can take on the mole rats easier. Mole rats are only in this one area, though, and I'm done with this area.
Damn it.
But, yes. And, Wyland is... You find plenty of parchment, plenty of ink. You just have to get it slightly wet because it dried up, but it's there.
Okay,
And,
I can deal with that.
And, so you were just researching history, yes?
Yeah, well, I mean, history, if he has books just about famous legends and stories, ones that are unfamiliar or might perhaps contradict stories that I already know inherently, I'm going to consume all of that. And I'm going to, my goal here is to essentially acquire more knowledge and more material to use, later on in later performances. Stuff that I can, epic poems, other stories that I can translate into, epic poems.
Okay.
And anything of that nature. I just want to try and broaden my horizons about the world before, the world during, and anything now.
Alrighty. What? I'm trying to remember. I can't find your sheet right now, so I'm trying to remember what, like, talents or skills you have that may be useful for.
That may be useful. Probably the most useful talent that I would have that relates to this would be item history. But as far as skills goes, I have knowledge, bar save history. I have knowledge, legends and heroes, entertainer.
Let's go with knowledge, legend,
poetry.
and heroes.
Okay.
Like, you were looking through for variations in stories you've heard and heroes that, may be been around, others that you know nothing of. So.
Okay.
And
Make a little roll here.
yes, sir. Yes, please. And as well, you can use your karma if you want.
I wish I could on skills, but sadly I cannot. So let's see how bad I pooch
sure.
this.
A 4. All right. There is you can either learn about 2 heroes or one story of a villain that contradicts what the villain is.
Ooh, that's a good choice. I'm gonna go. I can't resist the temptation of that. I'm gonna go with the contradictory story.
Okay. The story of Komip, Komip, the Cruel. It's a story that is widely told to you as a child about this barbaric fighter, this man who would go into towns and just destroy and would take over. And he was finally thwarted by his long enemy who was always following but could never get to him in time before he was trying to save the town. And that hero is boasted while Komip is talked about horribly. But you notice in this one, it talks about Komip's actually not. He tends to arrive in a town shortly before, shortly after a disaster happens. An earthquake would come through, and he would help save many lives and many things, and he was praised, and he would always leave, but then in would come this other ones, and all they would hear about is this guy coming in, and then town falling apart, and they swore it was him. And this went on for years. And eventually they did meet, and they were friends. And the defeat was because he wanted to go out with one last fight. And Komip lost, as, he figured he would, and allowed him to die in peace.
Huh. All right. Interesting. And I am 100% certain this Komip from that I knew from the stories.
Yep.
Oh, this is fascinating. All right.
Because you notice whenever you heard about him as the villain and... All right, let's see the name. Iris the Swift, who was the one who defeated him. There was a lot of time missing, and there's no sense made of some of these stories. It was just widely accepted that this man would come in and would destroy a town by himself in a way that didn't seem possible, and this other man would come in and, help the town and be on the journey following.
Huh. So perhaps this Iris wasn't anywhere near the hero that he is believed to have been.
Exactly.
Interesting. Yeah, Wyland is going to make sure that he documents this as much as possible, and I'm going to take this one with me. This because he remembers telling the story about Komip several times back in the care, and perhaps even once or twice as we've been kind of going along. And this will be a good contradictory tale that he might be able to work into the telling of that story.
Yep.
Nice.
And you also notice you find a few songs that you've never heard before that you have the sheet music, you're able to copy it down.
Ooh,
And
yes.
it is essentially some songs that you've never heard, and you swear it looks like it may not have been used for a while. So you have something to practice now on the trail that may be new music besides the toxic flute there that you were thinking at one point.
Nice. No more shitty flute. All right.
Oh no, it can still be shitty flute. It's just all right.
Excellent. And sheet music. All right, cool. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be practicing to copy that over and practicing that.
Yep. But all right, and that covers your 3 days of intense study and cramming for Grigori.
Yeah, just finished choosing all my new spells too.
Sweet.
Excellent.
All right, so yes. At which point he sits there and looks and is like, yes, actually, you need it's spelled this way. All right, just want to make sure that otherwise it would explode in your face. And there we go.
Right.
And it's like, yes. Well,
You know, more carvings for my bandolier of throwing knives.
and he sits there and says, well, my pupil, you learned very quick, yes. Unfortunately, I feel you must not spend too much time with me. You can learn many things, but your allies here, they need their own way of training
Yes,
and learning.
I have heard of something called Ritual of Ghostmaster. Is perhaps way I could contact you from other locations, maybe.
That one's just supposed to be you're able to summon a
Yeah,
ghost.
what it is it's a method like you have to get an orichalcum coin,
Mm-hmm.
which is a very special magical metal, and then you're supposed to be able to basically use it to summon like the ghost of a dead adept
Okay.
to be your trainer. Like you do a little ritual with it.
Okay.
So I'm trying to establish maybe that I could start doing that in the future with this guy as like my ongoing trainer through
Yeah.
this ritual from other locations
All right, yeah.
without having to come back to him all the time.
He says, there, if you cannot find the time, yes, that's acceptable. As long as you don't call me into a situation where you're in the bathtub or in an awkward situation. I feel close to you, but we're not that close, okay?
Well, it's a ritual. I don't think I can just do on the fly at any given moment.
Yes, but I've heard many tales of being at peace while nude in the bathing and completing certain rituals.
It's how some people relax, I suppose.
Yes, please do not do that for me.
I promise.
I'm guessing you can't do that yet, can you?
I'm looking up the rules for it. I don't think it's necessarily what circle we are based, but we do at least have to get the coin. I'll get you more details as I find them.
All right, actually, I was just gonna watch this now. It's like, yes, if you look in that bag, there may be what you need in there. It's a very large coin bag, so do a perception check for me. This will tell me if you get it or not.
Okay.
You have to beat an 8.
Is this all of us or just Grigori?
Just Grigori.
Oh,
How about a
dice are
1?
not our friend.
I don't know if I found the bag.
You found a copper in your shoe.
This is not orichalcum, is it? No.
I guess I don't have any. But yes, if you're able to find it, I'll be willing to help you when you need training again. Or if you want to, you can always travel back here and visit. Bring me some new books would be nice.
I suppose you've probably gone through all of your reading material.
Multiple times, yes. But very well. As it is later in the day, you can stay the night, then I suggest you be off to your next adventure.
Thank you much for many learnings.
No problem. Alright. The night passes. As you sit down, you guys are eating basically trail rations and such at a very nice table with him. While just chatting and discussing things. He's telling you stories of like whenever he was a young wizard and discusses that fight that you all saw against another one. The little like fighting turned into ravens or birds and shit like that.
The mage fight, that was a hilarious video.
Yes. Discussing about how big of a tool the other wizard was.
It sure was.
And eventually tells you, yes, well, go to your rooms and I shall see you in the morning before you head off. Night passes, you all sleep, day comes, and he's waiting outside next to your mounts. But in this space, only Grigori can see him.
Okay.
He's not in the crystal.
Yeah, 'cause he's not standing under the lens anymore. Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, so we can't see him. So apparently he's not up yet. Maybe we should just go and wait for him, wake him up. I'm not sure.
And this is the point where Grigori steps outside and waves to thin air.
Exactly.
Ah, I'll look over at Kaja. It's more of that magic stuff that you don't like.
Either that or he's just got another imaginary friend.
That could very well be true.
I'm guessing this is still on the inside of the barrier, though.
Yes, it's still on the inside of the barrier.
Didn't see him for 3 days. He could have lost it.
That's true. He was in intense study. There was one night I heard him like either howling or moaning. I wasn't sure what was going on, but it didn't sound very pleasant.
Yeah, it's something you get used to in my line of work.
And he sits there and says, yes, your friends, they are good people. You must trust them. And they will eventually trust you. I know in our line of our line of work, it's not very easy, especially whenever we're dealing with the blood, the death,
It's why I do not go around wearing black robes covered in bones like some other people would.
Yes, but the sword on his back
You know the
kind of
types.
points out who he is. But
Do not want to make people think I'm horror touched or something.
but beware, and if you ever need help, you know where to find me.
Thank you again.
You need not worry about this. Your friend there should have a pendant that allows at least for him to enter and anyone near him to enter and exit the barrier at will.
Ah, excellent.
Now, it's up to Kaja to remember.
Yes.
Don't
Or
worry.
not remember, as the case will end up being.
I was going to say, if anything, it was going to end up whoever was right behind Kaja's into the wall.
This is why we take notes, Dakota. No
No,
comment.
perfect.
Okay,
Now, does
My
Kaja...
perfect chance to leave you all behind.
that's true.
No,
Sometimes you have to keep a few cards up your sleeve that people don't know about.
You're saying, though, there, Dakota?
I need to stand under the thing and wait for them to go by?
You just have to be, like, within arm's reach area type thing.
Yeah, I'll do that then. While we wait.
You might...
I don't know if he's still doing whatever.
No, it was a pretty quick convo as you all were heading out.
Okay. Then yes, I will wait and let them through.
Okie dokie. At that point, you mark off. Oh, one of you is now there. So, next part of your journey, yes?
Yeah, I believe so. Unless, or do we want to go into the ruins?
Well,
Yeah,
I don't know if there's much else. Oh, we can still look into the termites. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, indeed.
That's a quick out of character aside. I had to go back to my second edition book to find the Ghost Master rule.
God.
Apparently, they didn't write it into third and fourth edition. But the rule they have for it here has it as a basically a fifth circle talent you have to learn.
Ouch.
Ooh.
So I wouldn't be able to do it right now if we were to keep that rule.
I'll look over it since it's not going to be applicable for a while.
Yeah.
I'll try and make up some fluff.
Well, it'll
rules
be
for
hard
it.
for you to look over it unless you can find a second edition PDF file.
Google Foo is very strong with me.
Hey, if you can find one, great.
Yeah, I was also going to
Do
say
it.
I can also make fluff rules as many things and
Yeah.
word it better than what I could say right now. Okay,
We
so
always have to be something. I don't know. It's a Neithermancer thing. In second edition, everybody could do it, but we could just make it a Neithermancer thing for our story,
but all right.
like a lost art that this guy knew about, but the rest of the world has forgotten or something.
I was going to say, for the ruins, you notice that it's mostly just rubble, the small tower that you spent a couple days in, and then the two larger towers that don't look like much. So it's up to you guys if you want to go exploring around. Actually, Kaja would have gone into the other two towers and noticed not a lot, like picked over chests, a couple of like bone corpses just made of bones that's laying around.
We call those skeletons.
Yeah, exactly. Because I'm tired for some reason. Okay.
Well, you said you had a long day, right? So
Yeah, I'm not sure why, though, is the issue.
you're just tired of life's shit in general.
Yeah. Yeah, the Carrie Fisher thing. Okay.
Ugh.
There we go.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a shame, but I didn't know her personally or anything.
No, me neither. I'm just... but anyways,
I'm tired of everybody freaking out over it, I guess. Yeah.
2016 in general. But all right. So, you guys can go exploring. Kaja can mention much more if mentions about this. I'm assuming you told people while you were sitting at the table eating with at least Wyland.
Yeah. I'll basically go through explain that I didn't find anything, but I didn't find anything drastic, so it narrows down what we have left to look through, I guess, or look around.
So it may not be worth our effort. Is that what you're saying, or should we?
I think we should. I'm just saying. I searched that. I searched the two leftover things over there. I broke down a bunch of the damn termites and scattered them around here, hoping to keep anything that's not already huge from becoming huge.
Well done on that too, my friend. Well, then if you feel that we should, I'm more than willing to agree with you. We have the time. Let's go check this out. Grigori, do you feel any different?
Feel a bit more hardy, a bit more energetic. I think much better repertoire of spells now as well.
Always a good thing.
All right.
Yeah, let's do this. Let's go.
Right. So
Oh,
perception.
A little bit more
checks.
death rating is always nice too.
It's always nice to be further away from death.
Yeah.
Yep, I've made up for that permanent damage I've got now.
Okay. Hopefully, Krendar's perception check isn't a 1 again.
Oh, I haven't. Up to 2.
No, it's a 2.
This perception check was twice as good as the last one.
Man, I feel so much better. Oh, look at that. Look at the elasticity of my skin. Just
Yeah.
man,
Oh,
these
did,
bones are awesome too.
Did he teach me the method of making those blood tattoos that we were talking about?
It's in the books. Essentially, is what he
Oh,
kept
he
saying.
gave me a book?
Yeah, he gave you the book. Actually, 2 books. One about how to do like the ink, which is essentially the art of tattooing, and then the other one, the pain, talking about like blood rituals that can tie into this. It's a 2-part series written by one guy. But yes, so you are just mostly looking at your hand. Kaja is kind of looking where he's been, trying to, notice if he knows anything. Wyland, oh my god, damn you. I put it at a 9.
I'm so happy to ruin your day.
You kind of notice there seems to be a gathering a bit north of the towers.
There. Look. To the north.
I shall look.
And he points out, you notice there is a grouping there, and what looks to be a bit of a larger one.
Like of the termite variety?
Yes, a larger, just one though. Kind of looks like it has a big ass too.